Yay. Grocery stores are getting lower and lower in quality every day as we speak and breathe, and I'm not liking it. Like at all. So like, hi, what's up? What's going on? What's popping? Hey, oh my goodness. Like, so essentially, for example, the bird flu has recently gone out within the past 6 months, mostly to cows and for milk. Just be careful out there for that milk. They said it's still safe to drink, but I wouldn't really want to drink it. But it's mostly for raw milk, so if you do drink raw milk, like, just please be careful. But for average pasteurized milk in grocery stores, they said it's okay. So to my head, I'm like, what's going on? Because I thought it was a slight hiccup because of like just issues with shipping, with overseas shipping, because having to pick it up from farmers in different countries. So that was just an issue there, and just a hiccup in the little matrix because of the whole COVID-19 pandemic spiel and how, you know, economics was kind of messed up because of that. However, it's been more of a myriad of reasons why to this issue, as it always is. Not only just one thing, it's a bunch of things. I really do hope those get fixed. Like, so for example, inflation and shrinkflation has been affecting all of us, including the companies and the farmers who make the food. Inflation essentially is just meaning that prices are going up, and shrinkflation means that as prices are going up, products get smaller in size. Essentially, at the same time, occurring at the same time, inflation and shrinkflation. For example, chips will cost $5, however, it would decrease 20% in the size, and they'll sell it to you. And that's been going on a lot. And with this inflation and shrinkflation, I can attribute it to the economic downfall of what happened because of the pandemic. And I do feel like that's also why grocery store products are lower quality, because of the whole economic disparity. And also with the grocery stores being lower quality is partially because of the malpractice of animals. This is not a new thing. People have been abusing animals and farm animals and overall agriculture for eons now. Yeah, and I really don't like that. It sucks. Okay. But also the malpractice of animals, I believe, can attribute to the lower quality of meat and products, besides obviously hurting an animal, because yeah, if you kick an animal around and if you allow the animal to cannibalize other animals, I think issues may happen when, you know, we go and eat it. But as I can compare it to humans, as humans, we go through things like slavery or racism or any type of oppression or stress, or just even environmental stress. Deformities can happen, issues can happen within our body and our genetic makeup. It can even be passed on to generations. And for the malpractice of animals, with all the stress and the low quality of food to feed them, I know for sure they've been cutting that in half and possibly even starving them, or replacing it with some unknown type of substances that I am not aware about. And not only of that, they also place these animals in really, really small cages, essentially like human slaves. So pigs and chickens and other related animals are put into these dirty, small metal cages where you can barely even fit in there, barely even stand, you can't even move, can't even breathe. These animals will not only develop sores, they will start fighting each other, being really distressed, they will eat each other, resort to cannibalism, and even develop things like sepsis and just overall health complications that farmers either mask it with hormones or certain drugs sometimes, or just will put it into different types of food. Like, for example, the frozen foods we eat, like the frozen meals like the chicken pot pies or the frozen TV dinners, or might put it into hot dogs or things that we cannot really discern and see the quality of food. Hormones being put into animals resulting in us possibly getting cancer, or overall hormones and genetic makeup being disrupted because, well, you know, you're injecting stuff into a chicken. Like, animals actually have their natural hormones. For us to be injected man-made things that don't naturally occur into these animals and us eating it is really, really bad. Putting them into these really small cages and these nasty, dirty shipping boxes filled with gangrene, mold, and nasty byproducts of past animals that were abused and have passed away in those boxes. And we do eat them. We really do eat them, whether it be in our bologna, our processed salami, whether it might even be in our bacon. And I can tell that the bacon too, because I have to be very particular with what bacon I eat, because I can tell by the color and the amount of fatty like tissue, the amount of fat and the meat, the color of the meat, and the texture. And then also farmers are using chemicals. First of all, please, let's try our best to help these farmers out and hope they get paid more, because we rely on farmers. Farmers are the backbone of just humanity. They get paid $20,000 to $26,000 a year. That's nothing. They don't get respected. They're underpaid, overworked. They don't even got health insurance, and a lot of them get paid under 26 grand. And with these farmers using chemicals, beyond the chemicals hurting us, is hurting these farmers. We're getting cancer, which is being exposed to pesticides all the time. Farmers are likely to be exposed to pesticides than us as human beings, because even though we do have it within our bodies, we aren't essentially directly spraying them and inhaling them on a daily basis. And so let's try our best to support farmers and see what we can do best to improve the quality of life for these people. And with that, it's really important to eat organic food, because organic food essentially is just less processed food, has less chemicals and less pesticides. And I can see and taste a difference and feel a difference too with eating organic matter. I do recommend doing that if you can, but also a part of like grocery stores having more lower quality items is because these farmers, because of crops, things costing more, because of the environmental impact of climate change and a myriad of other things. One thing is kind of obvious is stores buying the cheapest products. So that's also the issue, is that it's not really only just, oh, it's the farmers, it's the climate change, it's this, it's that. Also, the problem is that, remember, these grocery stores do pick and choose where, from who manufacturer and what distribution center, whoever else, what vendor to buy it from. And even if you're like a vertical business structure, essentially meaning like, for example, McDonald's and another grocery, like I think Costco does it where they own the farms and they own every part of it, so they don't really have to buy from somebody. It's just all within the same chain. Even so, like, yeah, for them, they might be using lower quality, crops and stuff like that. But for example, only specifically talking about stores or companies who buy from other people, not the vertical kind of chain integrated thing where they own every aspect of it. One thing I've said for years is, bitch, if you go to a fucking Ralph's in Compton, it's an obvious thing. Go to a Ralph's in Detroit and go to a Ralph's in a nicer part of Michigan. I know it's going to be a big difference. What I'm saying is, even for like middle income areas and even for any regular urban areas, not even very, very low income, like actual low income neighborhoods, but it's like, seriously, what pisses me off so much, and it's been known, I know I wasn't tripping, my nigga. No, because why are the like groceries are better in Pasadena than the groceries are in like Linwood or something, for example. Pasadena, if you don't know what Pasadena, California is, it's just a really, really, I won't say really, really rich, but it is an affluent sub-pocket of the Los Angeles county, and Linwood is a part of Los Angeles in itself. It's just a little neighborhood. That's pretty much it. It's more of like the SoCal area. It's, I wouldn't say ghetto, but isn't really affluent either. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's also part of it with the stores buying the cheapest produce. You have to go to purposely expensive areas, because not only do they give out better quality products, it's also cheaper. And that makes me so mad, because dude, like I said, I purposely go to places where I need to have generational wealth to live there, and the quality of the food would be plus. And when I go to a more close by area and it's in an urban environment, it's like dirty in LA. It's dirty. And so I go to essentially a lesser nice part of LA. Not bad, it's just what it is. And like, this shit's ass. Why is all the meat brown? Not even like, oh, it's just brown because it oxidizes. No, it's like brown. It's like going bad. Why is there mold on products? Why is milk $6? But when I went to the most expensive part of the LA County, milk was $3. Like, literally, I had like 10 different more options at the more expensive neighborhood. Remember, these people can pick and choose where to buy their products from, and they can pick and choose the quality of their products. So also the reason why the grocery store products are lower quality is because maybe they're buying it cheaper products. They're probably buying it from the same vendor or same part manufacturing or same type of liquidation, you know, service thingy that Dollar Tree buys or from dollar stores, from cheap stores. 70% at least are processed. 70% of the foods that are in grocery stores, at least in America, are processed. And that makes me so mad. Oh my goodness, fucking chips and donuts and sodas in your face. I'm not saying like I need Michelle Obama to feed me some fucking carrots when I walk in. I'm just saying I used to see like more healthier foods and you see produce in my face or less processed foods. Like, I'm just saying, it's not even like I'm being seen cheese and charcuterie plates. I'm literally being seen like hyper processed pastrami meats, chips, candy, soda, things like that. So also part of it is because a lot of these companies are secretly or deliberately replacing real foods with processed foods with chemicals, and they're just trying their best to basically just put as much chemicals as possible because it's cheaper to just actually take care of the real thing, and it's too expensive to actually, I don't know, make real life food. I don't know why, I don't know how. They just think about it, technically it might be really easy, but that's also partially why. It's because these foods are processed. So please make sure to do your research and to really read the back of the label. Read the back of the label of things. I know, Simply Super Trip Organic. I know, it's Kroger. I know. It says ingredients: organic virgin coconut oil, contains coconut, distributed by the Kroger Co., Cincinnati, Ohio. Product of the Philippines. That's pretty nice. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, see? Simple Truth organic products are formulated without GMOs. Blah, blah, blah. That's pretty neat. I hope they're true. I hope they're not lying to me. But yeah, read the ingredients. And I just read this one. Now read them for everything for years. Read the ingredients behind to see. So like try to get the least processed foods as possible. Because if you have to buy foods that are to a certain extent processed, if you do not have the privilege to go get the least processed or completely raw fresh foods, like I said, I'm recommending doing your research and to look up on your phone to see what are these words that I can't understand. Are they natural occurring substances that, you know, scientists and whoever else are putting into the foods to preserve its like shelf life? Or is it like literally chemicals that I don't know about, like THBQ or something like that? Like, so just make sure to read the box, read the labels, read it. And also with chemicals, like I said, oil and trans fat. I just brought up chemicals. I brought up a bunch of random, I could put it on the screen. I can put it on the screen! Put it on the screen! Like, a bunch of chemicals in our food. Bunch of chemicals in our food. And then, for example, for oil, like, be careful for these oils because a lot of these oils, albeit healthier, yeah, these companies are lying to you. Yeah. For years, you could have been lied to. But the olive oil you bought, that might not even be real oil. It might just be like motor oil. I don't know. But literally, there are lots of companies lying about having extra virgin olive oil. And like, let's say 40% of it might be actually raw olive oil. The rest of it might be soybean oil, might be vegetable oil, or might be some other substance that we cannot know. Like, it be like a man-made chemical substance. So please make sure to try to do your research on what companies serve the most natural, 100% real oil. Lard was a really common thing that people in the 1950s used as a healthy alternative to like frying your things. It was a known thing to use lard to deep fry chicken and shit. But Crisco, essentially, I forgot those niggas' name. Procter & Gamble, I think it's Procter & Gamble, those niggas, right? Whoever was behind Procter & Gamble, they had too much like soybean oil or sunflower oil. Too much of it, which was supposed to be used for like manufacturing things for like machines and shit. But they invented or invested, no, I don't think they invented it, but they did invest into this like hydrogenated pressing thing I just brought up. How you can just press out the bad stuff in the oil and then cool it up really, really quickly to make cooking oil, I guess. And they were able to press the oils to make it edible. And then they paid off like the American Heart Association or something like that and invested in them essentially, and to push out that Crisco oil is better and is healthier than butter. which butter is just like cow's milk and maybe some other stuff, right? But butter, like they said, you know, Crisco is better than butter. Crisco is healthier than butter. Crisco is better and healthier than lard, which is just natural animal fat that occurs in pork. Yeah, and they've been lying about that, and people been believing it. I haven't believed it. I'm sorry to be like, I'm the nigga, like, you know, it just couldn't be me, man. It just couldn't be me. But it's clear oil being fed to me. A weird clear substance. They couldn't tell me what it was about. And they said there was like no, I don't know if it said no vegetable oil in it, but they had like, oh, it's just really weird. But like I said, Crisco oil literally isn't even real like food. Like, don't eat it. And we're being fed that. And also got TBHQ in it and shit. And at one point it had trans fat, and I'll bring up trans fat in a second. And all that can kill you essentially. Give you heart disease, high cholesterol, diabetes, cardiovascular disease. Yeah, essentially. And Crisco can be attributed to all of that, right? And you can eat anything in moderation. So obviously eat too much lard, eat too much butter. And of course you might get sick, you might get ill. However, people have been eating it for so long without complaining. So why is it bad now? And trans fat is essentially, it's just, I think it's a part of that hydrogenated oil type of weird situation. But trans fat is a man-made substance that is to preserve shelf life. It's for like long-term shelf life and to essentially to replace just regular natural oils for cheaper. And it's in things like frozen foods, like frozen pizza, I think in chicken nuggets and any type of frozen products. Trans fat is essentially everywhere. Even though some of these items say 0 grams of trans fat, that doesn't mean that it's true. These companies are putting more chemicals, more fake oils, and trans fats into our foods, which is obviously unhealthy for us and not even real. Real and quality food is finally expensive. And I feel like partially of that is being shown by Chick-fil-A showing off their fucking GMOs and shit. For years, they said, niggas, we are not putting hormones in our fucking chicken. We hate gay people and we hate hormones. But now they're like turning their back and they're saying, well, we lied. We're putting GMOs and hormones into our chicken, but we still hate them gays. We hate them Irish cigarettes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what they said. And I feel like that's also like, for Chick-fil-A to be doing that, to be a bunch of fat haters that loves fucking real food, nigga, and love to suck your dick and suck on your clit while serving your fucking food. For them to switch to GMO shit, I feel like it's because meat is expensive. It's just a lot of issues, and it's just so much that I just don't. So many thoughts and not enough words to explain. It's really not enough words to explain this. I'm tired. I really don't like this at all. But that's pretty much it. I just want to share that grocery stores are lower quality and it's hurting us. I literally was not eating for like 3-4 months. Literally because there was no good quality groceries. Like, I had to buy me a new case of water because the one I bought was making me nauseous. My stomach started to hurt. I felt nauseous. I had heart palpitations. I had heart pain. Bought a different brand of water. It was fine. It's really weird, right? But I don't really know. I will be making my same old omelet and bacon. Hopefully I'm not that tired to cut up my peach. But yeah, I might be just like Plankton with a holographic meatloaf. Like, I'm so serious. But I actually might have to eat that every fucking day. Because that's like one of the few foods that it's not too tampered with. But there's really not much to it. But me rambling and cussing. Gotta start cursing. But yeah, how do you feel about this? I hope you're doing great. I hope you're able to get good quality food. I hope you're able to get the privilege of good quality food. And I really do hope grocery stores will improve the quality of food and, yeah, not kill us. Because even Trader Joe's is like tripping like a bitch, like for real. Like, their produce is not always A1. It's like B+. Some of it's real good though. Like, their strawberries are fucking fire. And like the grapes and stuff. But it's like, Trader Joe's is half a grocery store. Whole Foods, ever since acquired by Amazon, has gone down in quality, but I think 365 is still pretty decent. And then Sprouts is just overly expensive, and their produce isn't that great either, but their meat's great. And Kroger, depending which one you go to, is decent at best. Kroger meaning Vaughn's, Albertsons, Ralph's, Food for Less. Stater Bros, I've not went to Stater Bros in years, but I don't know, go look around your area. No one has been complete about Publix, so yeah, eat that up. But I hope you do okay. Like, I love you. Alright, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to edit this video and like cry about it. What are we gonna do? Cry about a snowflake? Maybe. Or I might, like, eat a billionaire or something. Like, I'm hungry, nigga. Like, goddamn. Like, I don't. Like, they're not taking care of the plants. I gotta eat people. I don't know. It's fine.
For all my baby girls. I see your comments, ladies, and they make me smile. I'm lurking and I'm stalking when you least expect.